Alrighty, here is my segment on how to work from home during quarantine. Not a live I ever saw myself doing. Not something I have prepared myself for quarantine wise, but working from home is definitely something I can advise you on. Reason being, before I opened up my health coaching practice in 2017, I had worked for a federally qualified health center, which thank you, dear Lord, that I am not working for them right now. I am so glad I retired from that field because God knows would have been exposed and it's probably absolute chaos there. And I'm just glad that I can avoid that building. I have no plans of walking in there anytime soon, but I worked there for 10 years, and at one point, they were so busy with so many new people coming in and implementing an in-office legal department that I was taking up a desk where I could easily log in to a computer and work. So for close to a year, I worked from home with my finance job. Ended up being perfect because I had had a baby in August, and I think they implemented this when she was like, I don't know, 5 months old. So I was able to work from home with her for quite some time. I believe it was like 9 months or something. So I was able to be home with my baby and work from home and do my things. And then eventually in 2016, I completely retired from that field. In 2017, I had opened up my health coaching practice. I now work from home full time. And in 2018, my husband retired from his surgical job, which thank you, dear Lord, again, that he is not in the operating room anymore because God knows he'd probably have to stay in the hospital and just work around the clock because it's probably crazy there too. So we are both home, but these are my tips for you because I have worked from home amongst life for the last 3 years. Is it always pretty? Hell no. I'm still in my pajamas, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I can give you some advice. Hopefully some of this helps you. If you were, sorry, the nose ring sometimes pops through. If you were asked to stay home or telecommuting or were quarantined or whatever may have you, here are my tips. Number one, stay on schedule. Just because you don't have to go into the office doesn't mean that you should stay up till 3 a.m. watching, The Walking Dead on Netflix. The Walking Dead is probably the last thing you should be watching right now. Just a tip. But don't stay up binging Netflix because you don't have to be in the office the next morning. You still have to wake up at a normal time. Keep yourself on schedule so you don't start to lose it mentally. Schedule and structure is now your best friend, okay? So whatever time you usually wake up, you can give yourself another half an hour in bed. But other than that, wake up on time and do your thing. If that was usually, making a coffee and eating breakfast, go do that, right? Now, you might have kids home with you. So what I've been doing is I'm doing all their stuff first. So I wake up and, my oldest is 12. So she's, getting them all downstairs. They're having breakfast. And then at 10 a.m., they've been having call-in class. So they're not having Zoom classes yet. I'm not sure why. I'm actually waiting for the principal to let us know because I'd much rather they have it face-to-face. But right now they're calling into a conference call. So we're doing that from 10 to 11 a.m. while my little one is doing screen time. P.S. I don't care how much screen time they have right now. We all just need to keep it together. I may even buy Disney Plus unless someone wants to give me their login. I'm just going to use it for a little bit because Frozen 2 came out. So if you have a Disney Plus login, I'll trade you like a Netflix login. Okay? Is that how it's going to be now? Or I'll send you a roll of toilet paper. Tough times, right? So she's doing her screen time stuff. And then I've been getting emails from her teachers with a video. So then she's been watching that. And then we have some printables. So we've been getting printable homework. So whatever your kids have, your schools are going to provide you with stuff. So just make sure you stay on schedule with that. That will probably give you an hour or two a day. We have some other computer games that she can log into. We've been having a little bit of an issue because we only have 3 laptops. I have mine that I need for work. Drew has his that he needs for work. And my oldest has her Mac that she needs for school. But I've been getting the little one onto an iPad. And then the middle one has been using whatever laptop is available at that time. But just get them, we've been doing school from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And then at 12, I've been giving them lunch. And then the dog going out to have to pee has been breaking things up. We're like, all right, let's go outside. We've been taking a walk all the way up the block and then coming back home. So walk the dog happens in the middle of the day. They've been having lunch. And then I kind of let them just chill. They can go play, they can write, they can watch a movie, they can make TikToks, whatever it is. At that point is when I've been working and just doing like my social media management and checking in with my team members and scheduling some calls. P.S. If you are looking to get healthy, I know that sounds crazy. You're feeling chaotic and you're just feeling like everything's out of control. But I will tell you this, I am not a scientist and I am not a prophecy maker. This is going to blow over. We are going to be okay. I promise you we're going to be okay. Social distancing is the best thing you can do right now. Just haul up in your homes and just continue life as you can. Life is crazy right now. I get it. But in 3 months from now, you could have either signed up for my plan and lost 30 pounds, or you could have eaten your weight in Doritos and gained a bunch of weight. You make that decision. But I'm here for you. If you want to do a free consult, everything I do is over the phone and over a computer anyways. So you might as well get started on your health. It is not crazy to think about that. Okay. But that's what I've been doing in the afternoons. And then by evening comes around, obviously dinner, obviously, family time, take the dog back out, watch another movie. Drew and I have been thinking about just maybe like doing like Mondays is movie night, you get to choose. Tuesdays we'll do game night, like just different things like that. So we're kind of running through that. The other thing though is, yes, you want to stay on schedule and you want to stay structured, but can I also say remain fluid, right? One of your kids might decide that they're not going to be, doing the printable homework at 11 a.m. and they're going to be sick of being stuck in the house, and maybe you just need to go run around the backyard with them, or bake oatmeal cookies or something to just keep them distracted and busy. Because think about it, they're used to going to school and they're used to going out of the house and they're used to being around friends, and now everything's been ripped out from under them. And so if you do have kids, just remain fluid in your structure and your schedule, that if it doesn't all go perfectly, that's okay. You can also have a day of pure back-to-back Netflix movies for them, and while you get your work done. So don't get super hung up on the schedule as to being like rigid. Sometimes those days aren't going to look like that, right? Another thing I'm going to tell you, if you're a woman watching this, I'm going to be doing my hair tonight. So, point is, I did makeup this morning. Just continue your routine of feeling normal. Don't let yourself go. I am working from a t-shirt right now and my sweatpants, but I will be getting dressed later. The point is that, you don't have to put on your power suit and your heels if you're not going to the office. But don't let yourself go to the complete opposite where you start to feel like a stranger within yourself. Whatever you usually did self-care wise, continue doing that. Your shower routines and your skincare routines. And if you took a bath at the end of the night with Epsom salt, so keep doing that, right? Like, don't let everything go so you start to completely feel foreign and everything starts to feel completely crazy and out of control. Whatever you can control. So do your eyebrows, right? Another thing that I'm going to suggest is work from one place. So I have my desk set up. My bedroom is humongous. I don't know if you guys have seen. I'm also so grateful that we moved to this house before all this happened, because now everyone has their own room and no one's in each other's faces. And like one daughter's in one side of the house and my other kids are way downstairs, and everyone just has their space. So like as we are on top of each other, like in this next, I don't know how long this is going to last for, we have our own space and we have our own places to go, and that I'm really grateful for also. So trying to remain in a grateful place so that I don't go down a rabbit hole of complete anxiety. But my room is huge, right? So on one side of my room, I've always had my desk set up, and that's where my laptop is, and that's where I work from. So, you might see me go live like from my kids' room or like whatever. But when I'm working, I'm at my desk, I'm in my desk chair. So that's my suggestion for you. You might not have an office set up. Okay, what corner of the dining room table is yours? And that way the kids know when you're working, right? Because if you're just like sitting in bed and you're on a conference call, they're going to come over to you and start talking to you, and then you're going to get annoyed and frustrated. And it's like, no, they didn't know you were working. You have to give them that grace of like understanding, like this is new to them also. So if you're at the dining room table and they see you there, they know you're working. And then you also know you're working. So you're not scrolling through TikToks or news outlets, which you should be ignoring anyways, or freaking yourself out, because you know you're working. This is when you log in to work. This is when you do your work. And this is when you log out. And when you're out and you're not working, go somewhere else. So that's my suggestion also, is like have a very specific spot for where you're going to be working. And that way you keep the structure there and the mayhem down. How long are your schools out? So Aaron, they did not close schools down until, is that a spider? Oh my God. I am not handling that. Yes, it is. Drew, if you're watching this, can you come upstairs and deal with the bug? It's way too high for me, and I don't crunch bugs. It's gross. Hopefully he's watching this and he'll come up and take care of it. So school was not out till Tuesday. I did not send them on Monday, which is good because my daughter's teacher, we just got an email last night that she has coronavirus. Yeah. So if you have a kid in my kid's school, that means the 6th, 7th, 8th grade girls and the 6th grade boys were all exposed. We're hoping, it's already been 7-8 days, and so far nothing. So yeah, but I thought ahead and was like, I wasn't feeling well. I was like, I'm not sending them. So they haven't been in school since Monday. We got an email that they are closed at least until April 17th. So we will see if we make it out of this mentally competent. No kidding. It's going to be okay. I think the main thing is for people who are usually very rigid and structured in other areas of your life, we need to kind of just roll with it now. I hate rolling with it, dude. I'm a type A personality. Like if I have emails on my email indicator, drives me nuts. I have to zero them all out, right? Can't have voicemails. Like I have to zero that all out. This is not type A. This is crazy. But I know it's going to be okay. How do I know this? Because it has to be. We can't get stuck in this life forever. Something's got to give, right? So my personal opinion, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. I am a health coach. I can help you with, your health in terms of your weight loss. But this is what I've been told. Okay, so I am taking a bunch of supplements to keep my immune system healthy. I was quite sick Saturday, Sunday, Monday last week. But I've been taking all this stuff. So oil of oregano and elderberry and oscillosonium, all this stuff. And I'm actually feeling a lot better. I'm still kind of, congested here, but way better. No fever. So I don't know. But here's something I've been reading. I follow a herbalist who's both of her parents have COVID. One's in the hospital, one's not. And what she has noticed is anti-inflammatories are very bad. If you feel like you have coronavirus, if you start to come down with the flu-like symptoms, dry cough with no mucus production, fever, all that, do not take an anti-inflammatory like Motrin. They are saying, but listen, it kind of makes sense. They are saying to take Tylenol only. So that's just my little tidbit for you. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's right. I'm, like I said, not a medical professional, but that's what I've been hearing. And that's what people in Italy have been reporting, that the ones who were taking anti-inflammatories ended up worse than the ones who were taking Tylenol. So I have no clue why that is, but I'm just pushing that out to you. They're also saying vitamin C. So vitamin C it up, guys. But, point is that, some of you are still going to work because you are an essential worker. That always made me laugh. If you are a non-essential worker, please stay home. And it's like, wow, how does it feel to be a non-essential worker? No, I get it, but it's just funny. It's a funny term to me. Like, you're non-essential, don't come in, But, being that Trump has stated this is a state of emergency, the FMLA laws are now different. I believe if you've been working for at least 30 days, you are now entitled to, the FMLA laws, which I think used to be 90 days. So that's good. I think they're required to give you 80 sick days on top of the sick days that you've already gotten. I know that he suspended the student loan payment interest, so the interest payments. So, listen, if you don't have the ability to work from home and you're worried about income, I can help you with that. So message me. I can't guarantee what that's going to look like, but I can guarantee you some sort of income. So message me if you'd like to hear more about that. But, hey, listen, I also own a salon, and the salon's going to take a hit right now because who the hell's coming out to do that amongst the crazy? Some people, not everybody, So we kind of got to just hunker down. The faster we all stay away from other humans, the faster this virus will have nowhere to go. We need to make the virus kill itself out, essentially. So don't shake hands. Wash your hands. Don't hug people. Don't go into big crowds. Stop thinking that you're cool to travel for the heck of it. Don't go to the movies. Just stay away from people. And I'm not saying this to give you panic. I am remaining calm. But just stay in your spot. Just wait this thing out. Let's let this thing die out. It's like if there's a fire and the fire has nothing to catch on to, eventually the fire will die. And that's what we need to do with this. So that's just my personal suggestion. But in terms of working from home, I hope that those things helped you. Another thing I will say also is to keep your meals structured. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 snacks, whatever it is. Don't just bring a bag of chips up to your office and eat those anxiously while you're doing all your work. So another thing I would do is if you don't have strong internet connection, to up that, to see if your internet company will up the strength of your Wi-Fi. Just because if you and your husband or your partner and your kids are all logging into school and to work and to whatever, you're going to burn out that Wi-Fi real quick and everything's going to slow down. So we have we own a business, so we have a business strength Wi-Fi. So that might be something that you would want to consider. But that's my tips for you right now. As preliminary as they are, that's what's been working for me for the last 3 years. What I've done, I used to work when the kids were in school and when the kids were sleeping. That's obviously not going to happen now. Oh, one last thing. If you are on a video chat or a meeting or something where you need to be talking and interacting with people on, let's say, Zoom or a video chat that you're doing, and your kids are around, have special toys or special arts and crafts or a special thing that is available to them just during the time that you need them to be quiet. And then you take it back when you're done the call. And that way they know that they get that special toy when they're quiet, and they know when they need to be quiet because, that's allotted just for that time. I will get signs, like I'll be on my video chat, so the laptop's like here, right? My kids will stand behind the laptop and hold up papers. We are whatever, and they write things on them. So it's funny, but they know not to talk because I've been doing this long enough that they know, just keep it quiet. And hey, if one of them says something or the dog starts barking or whatever happens, all right, such is life, right? So anyways, I pray that we're all going to be okay and that we're all going to make it through this, and with as little crazy as possible, with as little financial impact as possible. Turn off the news, guys. You don't need to be watching every update. Understand that their job is to scare you and to worry you. As long as you have what you need in your house, you're going to be okay. As long as you're feeling okay, you don't need to be actively involved in every update of every news anchor. So shut it off. Remember, what you focus on grows. Right? What you feed grows, and what you starve dies. Starve the fear, feed the faith, feed the know that you will be okay, that chances are, we're going to make it through this. I just don't know how long it's going to be, and that is what is giving me my anxiety. But I'm hoping by May, June, this is all going to be just a distant, terrible nightmare memory. And, the strong will come out on top. We'll be like, hey, that was a crazy time, but we didn't buckle. So anyways, that went from work at home tips to me preaching, but I guess it all is okay nowadays to kind of just say I don't know, but I pray we're going to be okay. And that's really all I've got for you. If you have any work from home tips, things that you have found are working, or if you already work from home and things that you have found have worked for you in the past, I'd love for you to share them below so that we can all benefit from what each other has gone through, because community has never been more important as it is right now. All right, good luck. Till next time.